Which country are you from?
I'm from Liberia.
Liberia.
It's the world's largest wholesale market.
These cost only 0.5 now.
What is the retail price? 100.
This one too expensive.
Okay.
Even my cost price high.
They are showing off. Look at this right here. It's actually very cute, not only for the pregnant women, and buy them for in the rent.
65 for one piece. I want one piece. She says one piece you cannot get. So hando dosha. Okay, 54.
If you've ever bought anything on Temu or Shein, there's a good chance it came from here.
46. Okay. How much you sell? Okay, 155. So one piece. Not bad.
Okay, so you want to buy clothes in China. Maybe you have been watching other people do this importation business and you are thinking, this thing looks easy, let me try it. Or maybe you already started and you have been buying from the wrong place and losing money. Or maybe you are just someone who is doing research, trying to understand how this thing works before you put your money inside. Whichever one you are, I want you to stay right here, because what I am about to share with you today, this is not Google information. This is not something I copied from a website and packaged for YouTube. I am here in China. I walk these markets. I talk to these suppliers. I have made mistakes so you do not have to. And that is exactly why this channel exists. My name is Barley Smith China. And today we are going to talk about where exactly you can buy clothes in China. The physical markets, the online platforms, the strategies, and the real warnings that most people will not tell you until after you have already lost your money. Let us start with the number one city. And if you have been following this importation space for even 5 minutes, you already know the name I'm about to say. Guangzhou. The thing is, when people say China is the world's factory, what they really mean, if we're being precise, is that Guangzhou is the fashion workshop. This is where the clothes are made, where the trends start, where the factories are, where the wholesale markets are stacked on top of each other. If you are serious about buying clothes in China, Guangzhou is where your journey begins. Full stop. Now, inside Guangzhou, there are different markets and each one has its own personality. Let me break it down for you the way a friend would explain it, not the way a textbook would. The first one is Baima Clothing Market. The address is number 16, Jiannan Road, USU District, and you can get there by metro. Just take line 2 or line 5 to Guangzhou Railway Station. Now, Baima, I have been to this place and I can tell you for a fact, it is the most organized and most professional looking wholesale market in that whole area. When you enter there, it doesn't feel like a chaotic open market. It feels structured. It feels like people here are doing serious business. Baima specializes in what I would call mature fashion, business casual, elegant evening wear, refined day wear, and quality menswear. Their target customer is roughly the 25 to 45 age group and above. So if you are sourcing for boutique owners or if you are selling to customers in Europe, America, or Australia who want something a bit more elevated, Baima is your place. The minimum order quantity is typically between 100 and 1,000 pieces, depending on the supplier, and they are open from about 8:30 in the morning to 6:30 in the evening. They accept cash, WeChat Pay, and Alipay. Now, the second market, and this one is different in energy, is Shisanhang. The full name is Shisanhang Clothing Wholesale Market, located on number 1 Shisanhang Road, Liuhua District. You take Metro Line 6 or Line 8 to Cultural Park Station. I'm not going to lie to you. Shisanhang is not for the faint-hearted. This market is busy, like extremely busy, especially in the early morning hours. We are talking about people moving, goods moving, trolleys, boxes. It's controlled madness. But that energy is what makes it one of the most exciting sourcing spots in all of Guangzhou. Shisanhang is famous for Korean and Japanese-inspired fashion, trendy women's wear, fast-moving styles, the kind of clothes that your customers will see and immediately want to buy. If you are running an e-commerce store or a social media boutique, this is the kind of product that will perform for you. The prices here lean budget to mid-range, which means your margins can be very healthy if you source correctly. But here's the thing, and pay attention because this is important. Shisanhang closes early. The market is most active in the early morning hours and shuts down by 2 p.m. So, if you are the type who sleeps till 10 a.m. and expects to do serious shopping, Shisanhang will humble you. Go early or miss out. Do you understand? The third market in Guangzhou is Shahe. The full name is Shahe Clothing Wholesale District, located at 143 Xianlie East Road, Tianhe District. You take Metro Line 6 to Shaheding Station. And if Baima is the premium side and Shisanhang is the trendy side, then Shahe is the volume side. Shahe is the largest budget-friendly bulk wholesale market in Guangzhou. We are talking about ultra-low prices, large volumes, and a mix of women's clothing, men's clothing, children's clothing, underwear, home furnishings, and even shoes. This market is very popular with e-commerce sellers, live streamers, and export buyers targeting markets like Southeast Asia, Africa, and South America. Now, here's something I found personally fascinating when I was there. If you are lucky, you can find what they call manufacturer tail goods. These are leftover production items sold very cheaply, sometimes by the kilogram. By the kilogram, imagine buying clothes by weight. That's how cheap it can get if you catch the right vendor at the right time. But you need to go early. Shahe operates from 7 a.m. to about 4 p.m. The fourth major area in Guangzhou is the Liuhua Fashion District, which is also near Guangzhou Railway Station in USU District. This area includes markets like Baima, which we already mentioned, but also UUS, APM Times, and Liuhua Market itself. This cluster mainly attracts buyers from the Middle East and Africa, and I have seen this myself. Nigerian buyers, Ghanaian buyers, Kenyan buyers, they all come through this area. If you are exporting to those markets, particularly t-shirts and polo shirts, Liuhua is somewhere you want to spend some time. Now, let's move outside Guangzhou, because Guangzhou is not the only city in this conversation. So, we talked about Guangzhou, and I hope you are taking notes or at least saving this video. But China is a big country, and there are other major markets that you need to know about depending on what kind of business you are running. Let us talk about Yiwu, and this one is very important, especially if you are just starting out. Yiwu International Trade City is located in Yiwu, Zhejiang Province. And before I even explain what it is, let me just tell you the numbers. This market wholesales 400 million pieces every year. It has over 75,000 booths. It connects over 2 million enterprises to more than 200 countries. The physical footprint of this market is 5.5 million square meters. I'll say that again, 5.5 million square meters. Based on my experience, Yiwu is not the place where you go to find the most premium or the most cutting-edge fashion. But if you want variety, if you want low minimum order quantities, sometimes as low as 100 pieces, and if you want to source across multiple categories without jumping from city to city, then Yiwu is your base. It is beginner-friendly, it is well organized compared to some of the more chaotic Guangzhou spots, and the Alibaba integration means you can even continue sourcing online after you leave. But I want to be honest with you, the way Barley Smith China always is. Yiwu has more traders than factories, meaning a lot of the vendors there are not manufacturing the goods themselves. They are buying from factories and selling to you. Which means the price you get in Yiwu may not always be the absolute lowest you could find if you went directly to the factory. Just keep that in mind. Moving on, Hangzhou, specifically Sijiqing Market. Located at number 61 to 69 Shanghai Road, Shangcheng District, Hangzhou. It operates from 6 in the morning to 5 in the evening. Sijiqing is in a different league when it comes to women's fashion. This is one of the most influential wholesale markets in all of China, and the reason for that is its scale combined with its quality segmentation. What I mean is, unlike some markets that only serve one price level, Sijiqing has everything. Factory direct goods at one end, boutique style vendors with original designs at the other end, and second-level wholesalers somewhere in the middle. You can source across multiple quality levels without leaving the same complex. If you are targeting a premium customer, someone who wants original designs, better fabric, better finish, Hangzhou is the conversation you need to be having. And for context, Sijiqing is also the core sourcing ground for a lot of Taobao sellers and Chinese live streaming influencers. So when you see a fashion influencer in China posting about new arrivals, there's a very good chance that product started at Sijiqing. Now let me mention Shanghai quickly, specifically Qipu Road Clothing Wholesale Market at number 303 Qipu Road, Jing'an District. They call it Shanghai Clothing Street. It opens at 6 a.m. and closes around 5 p.m. Qipu Road is known for affordable prices, diverse styles, and it operates both wholesale and retail. It's not as specialized as Guangzhou or Hangzhou, but Shanghai being Shanghai, it carries a certain prestige and variety that attracts a lot of buyers passing through the city. Then there's Changshu Garment City, located in Changshu near Suzhou, Jiangsu province. This one is massive, well-established and particularly strong in volume-based apparel trade. If you are a distributor or importer looking for stable supply with broad category coverage, think down jackets, autumn and winter wear, and casual menswear, Changshu is a name you should write down. And I can't skip Humen. Humen Fumin market is in Dongguan, Guangdong province, and this market has been running since 1992. It wholesales 150 million pieces every year across roughly 20,000 vendors. Dongguan itself has a massive clothing manufacturing and processing base, so when you source from Humen, you are very close to where the actual production is happening. They specialize in trendy women's wear with something interesting called rapid prototyping, meaning if you come with a design idea, they can produce a sample very fast compared to other markets. And one more that I want to highlight specifically for anyone sourcing children's clothing, the Huzhou Jili Children's Clothing Market in Jili Town, Zhejiang Province. This is the biggest market for children's garments in the entire country. 70 million square meters of construction area dedicated specifically for kids' clothing. If children's wear is your niche, this is not optional, this is mandatory. Now let's shift to online platforms because not everyone can fly to China immediately. And honestly, even people who come to China still use online platforms to supplement their sourcing. The first one everybody knows, Alibaba.com. This is the global-facing B2B platform with over 160,000 suppliers listed. It has third-party verification for buyer protection, trade assurance for payment security, and it supports OEM and ODM orders, which means you can customize products with your own brand and design. For most people watching this from Nigeria or anywhere in Africa, this is probably where your sourcing journey started or will start. But here's something important that not enough people talk about, 1688.com. This is Alibaba's domestic Chinese platform. Same parent company, completely different pricing. Because 1688 is designed for Chinese buyers buying in China, the prices are significantly lower than what you see on the international Alibaba platform. I have seen price differences of 20, 30, sometimes even 50% between the same product on Alibaba versus 1688. The challenge is that 1688 is entirely in Chinese and most suppliers do not speak English, so you either need to speak Mandarin yourself, use a translator app seriously, or hire a sourcing agent, but the savings can be very real. Then there is Yiwu.com, which is the official online portal for Yiwu Trade City. So if you can't go to Yiwu physically, you can still access Yiwu vendors online. DHgate is good for small to mid-bulk orders with global shipping and buyer protection. AliExpress supports low MOQ and is perfect for testing products before committing to bulk. And then there is Eprolo for anyone doing drop shipping alongside wholesale. They handle fulfillment, so you don't need to touch the stock yourself. Now this is where I want to give you real talk. Some warnings, the kind of things I wish somebody had told me before I made certain mistakes.
Let me be honest with you right now. The markets I have been describing, they are real, they are powerful, and they have made serious money for serious importers all over the world. But these same markets have also swallowed the savings of people who went in without preparation. And I do not want that to happen to you. The first thing, go early. I already mentioned it for specific markets, but I want to say it again as a general principle. Markets like Shisanhang and Shahe are most active and vendors are most receptive in the early morning hours. If you arrive late, some stalls are already packed up, the best stock is gone, and the vendors you do find are tired and less willing to negotiate. Early morning is when you see the market at its best. Second thing, bring physical samples if you have a design in mind. I have tried this myself, and it makes a completely different conversation with a supplier. When you show them a physical garment, even if it is just a sample from another brand, and say, I want something like this, but with this fabric and this color, they understand immediately. Trying to describe construction requirements and quality standards through translation alone is very difficult and leads to a lot of misunderstandings and disappointing samples. Third, timing your sourcing trips around spring and autumn is genuinely strategic, March to April and September to October. Those periods align with the Canton Fair, which is held right there in Guangzhou and is the world's largest trade show. Coming to China during Canton Fair season means more suppliers are available, more options are on display, and the sourcing energy across the whole city is elevated. Fourth, and I want to say this strongly, hire a sourcing agent if you do not speak Mandarin. Most stalls in these markets operate entirely in Chinese. The prices you see on tags are not necessarily the prices you're supposed to pay. Negotiation is a big part of this process, and if you cannot negotiate in Chinese, you're leaving money on the table every single time. A good sourcing agent can pay for themselves in the savings they help you get. On top of that, avoid visiting during Chinese public holidays. Spring Festival, National Day, Mid-Autumn Festival, many vendors close completely or operate with very reduced hours. You could fly all the way to China and find that half the market is shut. Always check the calendar before you book your trip. Now here's the contrarian truth, and this is the part of the video where I always try to say something that goes against what most people expect. People always ask me, Barley Smith China, which is the best market in China? And my honest answer is, there is no single best market. That question is too simple for a complex decision. The best market for you depends entirely on your business model, your target customer, and your budget level. If you're doing fast fashion, e-commerce, or social media boutique targeting young women, Guangzhou is your home base, specifically Shisanhang and Shahe for volume and speed. If you're running a premium boutique targeting customers who want original design and quality, you need to be looking at Hangzhou, Sijiqing, or Baima in Guangzhou. If you're a complete beginner and you just want to start small and test products without committing to huge quantities, Yiwu gives you the lowest entry point and the widest variety. And if children's clothing is your niche, Zhili in Hangzhou is where you belong. Serious importers, and I have met many of them here in China, most of them combine two cities. They go to Guangzhou for fashion and trends, and they go to Yiwu for variety and accessories. That combination covers most of the bases for a growing importation business. Now let me give you some practical tips before we wrap up. Always request samples before placing a large bulk order. Always. I don't care how trusted the supplier looks, how good their photos are, how smooth their communication is. Request a pre-production sample. Inspect it, check the fabric, check the stitching, check whether what arrived matches what was described. This one step can save you from losing significant money on a bad batch. On payment, when you're working with a new supplier, don't pay 100% upfront. Full stop. The standard approach is to negotiate 30% deposit to start production and then 70% balance after production is complete when you can verify the goods before they ship. Use platforms like Alibaba Trade Assurance where possible because they hold the funds in escrow and give you protection if the order does not meet the agreed specifications. On shipping, sea freight is your cheapest option, but it takes 20 to 35 days from places like Guangzhou or Shenzhen to Europe or the US, and longer to some African destinations. Air freight is fast but expensive, and it only makes sense for high-value, low-volume goods. Rail freight is increasingly popular as a middle option. Faster than sea, cheaper than air, and it's particularly good if you're shipping to Europe or Central Asia. Always confirm logistics costs and Incoterms with your freight forwarder before you finalize any supplier agreement. And one last thing, always verify certifications if you're exporting to regulated markets. ISO 9001, OECOTEX, BSCI, these are not just letters, they matter to customs authorities and to end customers in Europe, America, and Australia. If your supplier cannot provide documentation, that's a warning sign. Now I want to ask you something. Drop it in the comments below. Tell me the next video about China you want me to make. Do you want me to go deeper on Guangzhou specifically? Do you want a full breakdown of how to negotiate with Chinese suppliers? Do you want me to show you how to use 1688 step by step? Or do you want me to take you on a market walkthrough video? Tell me in the comments and I'll make it happen. This is what this channel is about. Real information, real experience from someone who's actually here in China doing this work every day. This is not theory, this is not copy and paste from the internet, this is lived experience packaged into content that can actually move your business forward. If you found this video useful, and I genuinely believe you did, please share it with someone who needs it. A friend who's thinking about starting importation, a family member who wants to buy clothes from China, someone in your business group who is always asking questions but never getting real answers. I'm Barley Smith China, I'm here in China, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp, stay consistent, and let's build something real.